Hello there, welcome to Gourmet Guide with Lydia. And this is a food and nutrition show that comes up every week, and we discuss the importance of food, nutrition, agriculture, everything edible that goes into the mouth. My name is Lydia Ike, and I'm super excited talking food journalism. Food journalism could be on radio, it could be on any of our social media handles, but it's a pleasure to be here again to discuss food and to discuss nutrition, to discuss the power of food as it affects us as human beings. Well, you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. You can find us on LinkedIn, on TikTok at Gourmet Guide 234. Gourmet is the French word for food, and it's very interesting to begin to look at telling the Nigerian food story, telling the African food story to a global audience. And in telling this story, it's been running for a while now. I'm bringing something very interesting to us, and that is the story of Nigerian food. Did you know that a couple of months ago, a particular food from Ivory Coast, yes, this tasty staple from Ivory Coast, a fermented cassava flour delicacy known as atieke. Yes, atieke is Atieke, won the heart of UNESCO. Okay? Atieke became an official UNESCO's list of intangible cultural heritage. Well, we say intangible cultural heritage, yes. The UNESCO has always been there. But sometime in 2010, UNESCO decided to add food, cultural food, traditional food, as part of intangible cultural heritage. So for some time now, the food coming from different countries have been making the lists. Yes, have been making UNESCO's list. And so it was a delight sometime in December 2024 that Atieke made that list. And it is the UNESCO's intangible list, all right? So the first UNESCO intangible food item, according to reports, was inscribed on the representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity in the year 2010. All right? And from 2010 till now, many of our good food globally across the world have made that list. Atieke from Ivory Coast has made the list, and so many others. You have coffee, you have some from Saudi Arabia, some from India, from even America. But while I was looking through that list, I did not catch a glimpse of any Nigerian food. I didn't catch a glimpse of any of our Nigerian food. And I said, wow, as a food journalist, this is a gap that has to be covered. A whole Nigeria, the most populous black nation on earth. There is no place you go, there's no country you visit that you don't find a Nigerian. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. There is no continent you visit, you don't find a Nigerian in that continent. And of course, there's no country you go to, any part of the world, where you don't find a Nigerian. Our Nigerian delicacies are no longer locally recognized. They are also now called unity foods, many of them having a national relevance, and many of them also have continental and, of course, global relevance. So I'm like, oh, Lydia, when I saw this, oh my goodness, no Nigerian food? What happened to our jollof rice? What happened to our egusi soup? What happened to our amala? What happened to our idikaikong? What happened to our ofowere? What happened to our, what you want to get, abacha? So many. And so I decided to do some readings. I did some research, and I discovered that in the year 2022, a UNESCO representative visited Nigeria, Abuja specifically, And in the course of the ceremony, the man exclaimed that, oh, Nigeria is colorful, Nigeria is blessed. But with all this colorful tradition, colorful cultural displays, and of course our colorful food and our culinary strength and excellence, how come we don't have any Nigerian food on the UNESCO list? And at that point, he gave out a proposal that, please, let's see how we can be able to add Nigerian food. Give us a list of some of the Nigerian foods that you have that can make the UNESCO list. Well, I read through from 2022 up until now. I have not been able to see any Nigerian food making the UN list. So, because of this, I'm going to be running a series. Yes, I'm going to be running a series of delicacies. I'm going to be looking at special series on Nigerian superfood that can make UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage. I'm not just running this story because I'm running it. I'm also running it as part of my impact on food, as part of my impact, yes, the impact I would desire to make when it comes to food journalism. So it tells you that we have Nigeria superfoods that can make the list. The list is endless. Believe me, the list is endless. Lydia is telling you the list is endless. We have 36 states of the Federation. There's also Abuja. Every state, every region have lovely, mouth-watering delicacies that can make the UNESCO list. So sit with me. Every week I'll bring you one. Already I'm pushing this on the Business Day newspapers, and it comes every Sunday. So every Sunday, Business Day online, please pick it up. Go to the food and beverage section. You will see what I have read or what I have sent, what you can read that I've sent out to the editor. Also on this platform, I'll be talking about it. On all my handles, on all my culinary platforms, this is going to be my engagement for so many months to come. Because, Nigeria, we've gone very far. Nigerian fashion is global. Nigerian religion is global. Whether it's gospel, whether it's any other religion, it's global. Nigerian music is making global waves. Nigeria cultural heritage, different, our art. Let's come to our art. Our different artistic display, oh my goodness, making great way. So why not our culinary strength? Why not our food? Why not our delicacies? This is where I am standing to say we will make impact. So for today, what are we going to be looking at? I was able to speak with two of our foodies who always listen to Gourmet Guide on radio, who also engage Gourmet Guide 234 on social media. Two of them decided to put together a lovely delicacy on water yam. Arowolo Feishayo, Oluwanifemi, and Omobola, both of them decided to do something on one of our lovely delicacies, and that is water yam. So I'm going to be doing a combination of what we call Ikokore, that is a water yam boiled delicacy, and Ojojo. This one is a water yam fried delicacy. Ojojo. Okay, so thank you, Feyi, and thank you, Bola, for putting this together. I will try to see how to be able to also push this and send it to the newspapers and also send it online. So you can also find us on Instagram, on Facebook. We also have a YouTube channel, Gourmet Guide 234. Please remember to subscribe, drop your comments, and click on the like button. Of course, we have a food blog, gourmetguide234.com. All this will be going there so that you see what we have in store. Now, Feyi put forth Ojojo, and Bola put forth Ikokore. Okay, Feyi put forth Ikokore and Ojojo. The same thing, Bola also did the same. Let's see what all this is all about. Thank you, Feyi, and thank you, Bola. Ojojo, is a water yam delicacy. All right? If you say, what's the English name? Don't forget, I'm pushing lovely Nigerian delicacies that can make the UNESCO list of intangible what? Heritage. Ojojo is made from water yam, and we can simply or nicely say that Ojojo is a water yam fritters. Say, Lydia, which one is that one? Yes, Ojojo is also known as water yam fritters or water yam balls. It's a popular Nigerian snack that is particular among the Yorubas and especially among the Ijebus. It is made from grated water yam mixed with grated, diced or cubed onions, mixed with crushed, grated or blended pepper. When I say pepper, I mean pepper. Ojojo is very, very spicy, and all this when you grate the water yam and then you add your pepper, you add your onion, of course salt and seasoning to taste. You now fry. Most people will fry with palm oil, but for the days of funky kind of cooking, some people will decide to mix palm oil with vegetable oil. All right. Ojojo is a popular traditional food. It is very, very common when you travel all the way through Western Nigeria amongst Yorubas. And I'm also told among the new pairs, that's in North Central, they also eat Ojojo. Okay, so it can serve as a southwestern Nigerian delicacy. It can also serve as a North Central Nigerian delicacy. Ojojo has come a very long way. Now, apart from the fact that you can prepare Ojojo at home and eat, many people make business out of Ojojo. You find many women, especially small-scale business people in the villages and the hinterlands. You find that they have this big like bowl, frying pan, and many of them use firewood. They use coal fire. You don't find many who use gas and modern kind of cook, because this is common in the hinterlands. This is what they do for a living. To make out a livelihood, you find that they go buy the water yam, they peel the water yam, cut into tiny chunks, and then they grate. They add their salt, seasoning to taste, add their onions, and then they fry. They now mix it properly. After mixing, they now begin to mold it. They now use their right hand, pack the Ojojo. Then from the tip of the last finger, they begin to mold it into the hot oil. Mold it, you know the way it is, the way you are frying your puff. That's how they fry Ojojo. Now, when you mold and you fry over medium heat until it is what? Golden brown. When it is golden brown and you remove from the heat, what you see is, you see the pepper, you see the onions all glazed, all right, around the Ojojo, around the yam, water yam balls or water yam fritters. That's what makes it ready. Now, apart from the fact that many people eat Ojojo as snack, if you visit someone in southwestern Nigeria, from Ijebu to even other parts of Nigeria now, people make Ojojo. Or you go to the North Central, among the new pairs, Ojojo is very common. Now, you find that the water yam business is thriving in Nigeria. You also find that converting it to Ojojo is also thriving. People make this and they sell, and many people eke out a livelihood, especially those who live in the hinterlands and they want to make money. Let's look at the ingredients. You say we need water yam. Let's say one sizable water yam. Now, how do you differentiate between the water yam and the everyday yam in Nigeria? Water yam, as it's called, is not that it's water. It's just that it's not as thick as our everyday yam. When you pick up your water yam and you cut it into two, you find that it is very slimy. It draws. It has this slime all over it. For you to know when you are washing it, you have to also be careful. The thing can itch for Africa. Hey, water yam can itch for Africa. So you've got to be careful about that. So for your ingredients, you need water yam, one sizable water yam. Let's say we're making for 3 servings. You get water yam, you get your pepper. You can get your red scotch bonnet pepper, atarodo. You can mix it with shombo and the rest of them. How spicy you want it to be now depends on you. All right, you have your onions. You can use your red onions, you can use your white onion, you can use your brown or your peach colored onions. It has to be diced or crushed. You have, of course, your salt and seasoning to taste, chickener, and then your palm oil for the frying. Or you mix a little of palm oil with your vegetable oil. Now, when you cut the yam, You slice, you peel off the skin, you wash, you now grate, all right? You cut into chunks, you now grate with a grater. Some people now, they decide to cut into chunks and then they put it in the blender and then they blend into a paste. Whichever one works for you, go ahead, all right? You will notice the slimy texture of water yam. Water yam is very slimy, so when you have grated, you just find the thing where they draw like this, like ogbono. That tells you this is water yam. Now, when you have put that, after grating, you now bring your pepper, your onions, salt, and seasoning to taste, and then you mix everything together. You can decide to add a little of garlic, all right, and a pinch of ginger, just to give it flavor, to give it a natural flavor. You mix everything thoroughly. If you want to do it the cultural, traditional way, Lydia, what's that? Yeah, you mix it with your hand, your right hand. You mix everything together. But if you want to do the funkinized one, you can use your spoon, either your wooden spoon or your metal spoon, any spoon available. When you have mixed together, you get your oil, set it on fire. All right, when it is hot, cut a little onions and drop into the oil. Once the oil fries itself, bam, 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 and turns brown, then know that the oil is ready for what? For frying. You now begin to scoop. You can try to use spoons, your spoon, to scoop spoonfuls of the grated water yam mixture into the hot oil and deep fry until golden brown. Or you take your hands, these same hands again, put in water, then put your hands atop the mixture of the water yam, and now begin to cut in chunks and begin to fry as if you are frying your pop-off. You fry until golden brown. Make sure the water yam soaks up the oil so that the inner parts will get done. Now, to get the best results, my suggestion, once you start frying your ojojo, get a fork and insert in between the ojojo as you're turning for it to turn brown. Insert the fork in between the ojojo. Okay, once this is done and it's now golden brown, remove from heat. Okay, drain and put on a paper towel and serve as a traditional cultural snack. Very, 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 very. Now, you now say, oh, Lydia, are there health benefits? Are there nutritional values? Why not? All right. So, ojojo. Eating ojojo can help to treat morning sickness in pregnancy and prevent the birthing of underweight babies, especially for women. You know, most women, when they are pregnant, they come with different signs and symptoms. Some will begin to spit, some will begin to vomit, some will just keep feeling nausea, some their taste bud will be so blank and tasteless. So for a person like that, go get ojojo, fry it yourself, make sure it's very spicy. When you eat this, they don't burn that morning sickness well. The weight of the pepper will clear all those things away from your mouth. All right, so it's very good. This fried water yam delicacy, all right, offers plenty of health benefits. It's high in energy and even nutrient content. Okay, all right, and because of all that you add together, is a complete meal, because yam has starch, yam has carbohydrates, and this kind of yam is the healthy kind of yam because the starch level is reasonable. Okay, it's very high in energy, and when made with water yam, especially when you make your ojojo with water yam, it can be a good source of energy due to the carbohydrate content of the yam. All right, okay. So apart from this, also because of the oil with which you used to fry, is also a complete meal for natural fat and oil. And because it is water yam, it is already rich in vitamin B6, a manganese, zinc, potassium, as well as calcium. Now let's jump to Ikokore. The opposite is now Ikokore. Ikokore is now cooked in water. Ojojo is cooked in hot oil or fried in hot oil, but Ikokore is cooked in what? In water. So some parts of Ijebu we say Ikokore, and on other parts we say Ifokore. Whichever one you want to say, don't forget that Ikokore or Ifokore is what? Is a Yoruba Ijebu delicacy that comes from water yam. All right. And the simple difference is that with Ojojo, you are frying with oil, but with Ikokore, you are cooking with what? Just water. And there are some other parts of Nigeria that also enjoy Ikokore, but they call it a different name. Like in many parts of Akwa Ibom and Cross River, they eat what we call ekpankoko, and it is made from water yam. It's just that they add plenty of periwinkles, plenty of seafood, and plenty of vegetables to prepare ikpankoko. And then there's a particular place in Abia State known as Abriba. They eat what we call oto. It is still same water yam. All they do is they prepare just the way the Ijebus prepare, but this time around they have plenty of fish, they add some vegetables, and plenty of palm oil. So water yam delicacy is in Nigeria. It can make the list of of UNESCO as part of the intangible heritage. Okay, so let's see Ikokore. Ikokore, water yam. You need your water yam. You need pepper. You need smoked fish, maybe your Titus fish, your croaker fish, your mackerel, whichever. You need sometimes you add some offals like your chopped livers, chopped soil, chopped, you know what we call pomo, cow skin, just to make it very, very rich. All right. You also need some beef and of course fresh shrimp. But if you can't get fresh shrimp, you can make do with crayfish. Okay. You need palm oil. Some people will even go as far as adding locust beans. Okay, depending on what you want. Now, how do we cook Ikokore or Ifokore or Oto in Abia or Ekpankoko in Cross River, Akwa Ibom? Let's focus on the Ijebu aspect of it. Now, all you need to do, let's say for 3 servings as well, you get your water yam, you need some pepper, fresh pepper like 5, hot pepper new. Then you need Titus like 2 smoked fish. You also need a cup of chopped beef, offals, cow skin put together. You need 1 cup of fresh shrimps, deshelled. If you can't lay hands on fresh shrimp or lobsters, you can lay hand of crayfish. Okay, so you also need palm oil, and then you need iru, little vegetable if you want to. Now, you grate the water yam with the grater and pour into a bowl. You wash the fish, the smoked fish, clean, remove the bone and wash, put somewhere in a bowl. All right. Now you get a pot of water, like a sizable pot, and just put like quarter size of water and set it on fire. We can just do like 2 cups of water. When you put the water on fire, add a little salt, all right, and then a little seasoning. While the water is boiling, all you need to do is now add the iru, all right. You add the Titus, and while that is boiling, you add your shrimp, you add salt and seasoning to taste, you add all the ingredients, and of course your pepper will have to go in. While all these are boiling and you're making the stock, you now add your palm oil. All right. When you add your palm oil, you now get your water yam, and you now begin to take handfuls and begin to mold them just the way you're molding, as if you're molding puff. You are molding them into the pot, and you add everything. If you cannot use your hands, you can use your spoon. All right. When you have done all this, cover and allow to cook until the water yam delicacy is set. How will you know that it is set? At least if you cook for the next 5, 6, 10 minutes, depending on the kind of heat you are using. It has to be medium heat. Some people prefer to prepare Ikokore or Ifokore over very, very, very high heat. But I will say medium heat is just fine. Okay? So when you know it is set, you just uncover and then use your wooden spoon. Stir the mixture. When you stir it, it will turn out as if you are making yam porridge, but it's not yam porridge. Okay? Taste for salt and seasoning, and then plenty of pepper. Then you now add, don't forget you already have all your fish, your shrimp, and everything together. All right? Taste to be sure that it is nice. Okay? Simmer, cover for the next 60 seconds, remove from heat, and the next thing you serve warm. If you need to add vegetables, your vegetable will be the last thing coming in. You can do a little efotete or efo as your vegetable. Shoko. You can do a little ugu leaves. You can do even efirin, that is basil or saint leaves, depending on the leaves that you have available. Even some people do bitter leaves, ewuro. They'll just take a little and sprinkle all over the Ifokore or Ikokore. It is set. You now relax and then eat like that. In fact, I'm told that some people eat it alongside cold eba. That is, Ijebu gari now, when you make eba out of it. But if you are not the type that want to do that, all you need to do is just eat alongside, taste it with your fish, with some very nice room temperature water. You are good to go. So, in this special series, I'm going to be looking at different Nigerian delicacies, like I said, that can make the UNESCO list. Ojojo can. Ifokore or Ikokore can also make the list, because water yam is as old as Nigeria. Water yam has been with us, and many of our fathers in the days of yore were good water yam eaters. In fact, many of them, they roast the water yam, they boil the water yam, they eat the water yam as if they are eating the normal yam, everyday yam. And of course, I hope you know that Nigerian yam is very, very rich. Apart from being tasty and very delicious, it's also very medicinal. We're being told naturally, our yam have plenty of anti-cancer properties that can help naturally to prevent and also to fight it. And for those who don't want belly fat, eat plenty of water yam. For those who don't want to add weight, you are managing your weight and you still want to eat yam, why not try water yam? So if you don't want to make it like Ojojo or make it like Ifokore or Ikokore, you can also prepare your water yam as if you're just eating it with your sauce. All right, so while we are looking at, so next time when you get to the market, ask the market woman to give you water yam. And when you come back home, listen to this and prepare the water yam delicacy yourself. Now, what other health tips do we have in store? Don't forget to take plenty of water this period. Don't forget to take plenty of fruits and vegetables. Don't forget to live healthy. Okay? Drink plenty of water. Take plenty of water in the morning. Don't forget your resolutions. Even though the year is fast spent, don't say, "Oh, Lydia, I've discarded those resolutions. I can't remember going back to them." Keep those resolutions as strong as you can by your side. And don't forget, cut down on fried food. Eat more of boiled food. Take more of vegetables and fruits. You say, "Oh, I don't know which fruits to go for." All right. In terms of fruit, we have different types of fruit. But because we live in the tropics and we need plenty of water, why don't you go for the fruits that are water enriched? Like your watermelon, your cucumbers. All right. You have your coconuts. We have your oranges. Of course, mangoes are in season right now, full of vitamin C, vitamin A. Make sure you add all this to your lovely delicacies. Till I come your way again, my name is Lydia. God bless you. Never mind what is happening around, all will be well at the end of the day. Live within your means. Don't bother about the things you cannot handle. Don't bother about them. I know you say, "Oh, Lydia, things are so expensive in the market. Things are so expensive. I don't know where to start from." Just take it easy. No matter how it is, all will turn out well. God bless you. Have a great time. I'll see you again.